on the Hartman and Rich O show, the coach,
Hey, Steve.
Brady Hoke. How are you, Coach?
I'm good, and I'm glad you got Rich to answer the phone.
Yeah.
I was sitting here during the break, and I'm like, why are you walking in there? What happened there?
It's like during my days in college football, and Coach, you know this, all your years playing and coaching, the more you can do. The more you can do.
That's right. You're exactly right. You got more worth, right?
I got more worth. Hey, speaking of which, that reminds me, because I saw a bit of your press conference this week talking about being on the recruiting trail and the way it used to be and what it's like now. And I loved this story, and I'd ruin it if I tried to tell it. So could you tell the snowmobile story when you were trying to get a letter of intent signed?
Yeah. I was coaching at Western Michigan for Jack Harbaugh, and I had the state of Indiana and Southern Michigan, Southwest Michigan was my recruiting area, and on signing day, I had to go sign a quarterback named Hayward out of Fort Wayne, and then another running back out of Kokomo. And so I drive down. Purdue's kind of getting close to the quarterback, and I'm a little worried about that. So you're going to go guard the house. You used to be able to do that, And so I'm driving down, and it ends up I'm driving into a winter storm, and really a blizzard. And so when I get to the neighborhood to go see the quarterback, I can't drive through it. It's absolutely nothing but snow and probably about, 16 to 18 inches, and there was no snow plows out there. So there was a couple kids out there on snowmobiles, and I asked them if I could hitch a ride to Haywood's house, and so I got on the back of the snowmobile. We went to the house. They signed the papers. I went to once I got back to my car, I went to a gas station, called the next young man's mother, who I was going to, and there's no cell phones. So I call to let them know that I'm on my way. She says, "Have you talked to Jack Harbaugh?" I said, "No." She gives me a phone number, which I know isn't Jack's. It's the hospital, because Laura is in labor. My wife was in labor, and Jack was at the hospital. So then Jack had talked to the Michigan State Police, and once I hit the line, the Michigan-Indiana line, I had a police escort to the hospital.
That is an unbelievable story. So
Wow.
A Fort Wayne quarterback recruit, a snowmobile to the front door, letter of intent signed, and then your wife goes into labor and you get a police escort to the hospital. I mean, that's the best one, right? That's the best recruiting story you have. Nothing tops that.
I can share some others, but I don't know if I can share them over the,
over the air.
airways.
All right. Well, let's before we get into some of the specifics, Coach, of the haul you have for the Aztecs, the whole transfer portal situation that we now have, that's been the rage over the last several years and on the college football season. How much has that changed the dynamic of recruiting?
It's changed it a bunch, Steve, and I'm not going to say for the better, to be honest with you. I don't. That's not where I'm at with it. I think we did very well within the portal. So I got with Mark Redmond and Justice Tavai, Kate Bennett, Devin Lamp, Cooper McDonald. I really feel good about what we've done, and our coaches have worked hard, and it's kind of neat having the brothers, both want to play together. And, I get that. My brother and I played together at Ball State, so it's really a cool experience. But I think this is, and I said it when the NIL and the portal all became legal, or whatever you want to call it. When those two things came together at the same time, I think we're asking for trouble. I can only say what I've kind of seen and heard a little bit, that, there's no doubt, some things that might be, some people are using NIL to their advantage a lot better than others, and some have the opportunity because of where they're at.
Yeah, it's a strange time. There's a lot that needs to happen still with all of this in order to regain some sort of competitive balance, because essentially that's what you're talking about. Does this sport have a chance to really be balanced? I mean, essentially you're a coach, but so much of your job relies on those stories of being able to earn a recruit's trust, like you were talking about, hopping on a snow machine in a blizzard. Now, I mean, how do you really do that?
Yeah. I think there's still, that trust factor that you can, open yourself up to, the student athletes and their families and all that kind of stuff. I just think, there's a lot of different things that kids are looking for today. And, it's just not, an opportunity to compete and, win a championship, win the starting job, whatever it might be. There's more out there now when you look at NIL and all that. And, I think every school is going to be different. I think there's some schools that are really on top of it and probably, have made some better ground. I think we've done fine with it. I think there's more that we need to do and keep working through it.
We talked throughout the year, Coach, about some of the challenges you had during the 2021 season. You didn't really have a home game the entire year.
Right.
And you're still navigated the winningest season in school history. But getting out to recruit for 2022 and beyond, how much of an impact does the new stadium have for the progress in this Aztecs football program?
Yeah, I think a bunch. I think for us and for the Aztec Nation, Steve, to have what I would call a home base, a stadium, a football stadium that they can embrace and, I don't know how much you've seen and been able to be over there and look at it, Steve, but what they've done and the vision for the community is unbelievable. And our guys are going to be fired up. It got a little old playing nothing but away games. And I think, with what's going on now, we're excited and can't wait.
So you guys add the 5 transfers to the football team. You also have tons of recruits, a lot to get excited about as you guys will open Snapdragon Stadium over there in Mission Valley in 2022. Focusing on Jonah's brother, Justice, and that's a family loaded with Division I football players and NFL players. How does that go down? Does he do some of the recruitment? And with the transfer portal now, do you lean on your players who have connections or friendships with players at other schools to sort of help you recruit?
Yeah. There's no doubt, Rich. Two things. One, with Justice, he and in talking with Jonah really was the one who, and Jonah, I kind of talked a year ago about, Justice, does he want to leave Hawaii? Would he like to come, and just kind of talking, nothing more than that, just talking. But I think after the game this year, I went and visited with Jonah's mother was there, and we were talking about, the boys, because it is a football family. There's no doubt about it. And, later Jonah said, "Hey, Coach, Justice is looking for a place if you're interested. So it all worked out. The funny one is with Mark Redmond, the tight end from Corona Del Mar, who went to Washington. Obviously, Caden's brother Cooper had a lot to do with Mark coming here. But my first year back here, being the D-line coach, I had Orange County to recruit. And so I'm recruiting Mark from Corona Del Mar, and we were talking during the fall at the school, and he says, Coach, your sister knows my mom's cousin or something in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
and Mark and I have talked a little bit more about it, but it is one of the unbelievable things that, who would have thought from Dayton, Ohio to Orange County, California. But it's kind of neat how all those different, there's another recruiting story there.
Yeah.
Well, final line here, Coach. Now, you and I had something special going in 2021. I mean, there was that connection there that Coach submitted many times, was played a part in the winningest season in school history. Now with the addition of Rich, Coach, here on the Hartman and Rich show, he's got a lot to live up to,
Well, there's no question. And, it was nice to see how John carried Rich, during those segments we did together. So I got to give Schaefer a lot of credit. And now I know it's going to be a little tougher for you. But, Steve, if anybody can do it, it's you.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
it's a tall order.
His back hurts because I put on some weight, So.
Yeah, and he is excited about all that food that's going to be out at Snapdragon. I tell you that, no question. Coach, congratulations again on that fabulous season. Congratulations on the new recruiting class. And believe us, the 2022 season at the brand new stadium cannot start soon enough. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
There he is, Brady Hoke.